Welcome back to Car Reviewpedia, your ultimate destination for classic car lovers and modern automobile enthusiasts alike. Today, we're diving into the roaring heart of American muscle history, the legendary 1970 Chevrolet Corvette C2, but with a futuristic twist. Yes, we're reviewing a 2025 reimagining of the iconic 1970 Corvette C2. A car that defined a generation, now reborn with new technology while preserving the raw soul of the original. Let's start with the design. The 1970 Corvette C2 had a look that screamed speed even while parked. It was long, low, and sleek, with aggressive curves and that iconic shark-like nose. The 2025 version pays homage to that silhouette almost perfectly. Chevrolet has used lightweight carbon fiber materials while retaining the signature split rear window design that fans begged to see return. The pop-up headlights are no longer mechanical but have been replaced with intelligent LED panels that mimic the original's flip-up look, maintaining its classic character with a modern glow. Under the hood, things have changed drastically, and for the better. While the original C2 came with a range of V8 options, the 2025 Corvette C2 comes standard with a hybrid powertrain that combines a 5.5-liter naturally aspirated V8 with dual electric motors mounted at the front wheels. This creates an intelligent AWD system that delivers a total of 700 horsepower. The sound is still raw and thunderous, but cleaner and more controlled. It retains the rumble that muscle car fans love, but now with the added punch and instant torque of electrification. The 0 to 60 miles per hour time is now under 3 seconds, something unimaginable in 1970. Inside the cabin, the 2025 version is a blend of retro design and future tech. You still get the dual cockpit layout with driver-focused dials and toggle switches. However, these are now paired with digital displays that can switch between vintage gauge styling and modern performance data. The steering wheel keeps the classic 3-spoke look, but with touch-sensitive controls and paddle shifters behind. The seats are wrapped in premium leather, but the stitching mimics the patterns used in the 70s model, a small but powerful detail that speaks to the respect given to its heritage. Driving the 2025 Corvette C2 is where the experience truly comes alive. It handles better than any classic Corvette ever could, thanks to adaptive suspension, torque vectoring, and an incredibly rigid chassis. It still has that rear-wheel drive bias when you switch off the traction control, letting you slide it around just like the old days. But when you want grip and control, it delivers like a modern supercar. The regenerative braking system also blends well with traditional braking feel, not too grabby, not too soft. What's interesting is how Chevrolet has made this modern remake without turning it into just another electric sports car. It still feels dangerous, powerful, and rebellious, just like the original did in 1970. But now it's safer, faster, and more environmentally responsible. You get Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, adaptive cruise control, lane assist, and a premium Bose sound system, but none of it feels out of place in this muscular beast. Everything fits in like it belongs there. The 2025 Corvette C2 is not a mass-market vehicle. It's a limited edition model, built to honor the legacy of one of America's most iconic muscle cars. With only a few hundred units being produced, it's more than just a car, it's a collector's dream and a rolling tribute to American automotive history. If you're someone who loves the past but also wants the performance and convenience of the future, this car checks all the boxes. It's aggressive, nostalgic, high-tech, and brutally fast. The kind of machine that turns heads wherever it goes and starts conversations even when it's parked. Thanks for watching Car Reviewpedia. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more reviews of classic legends and modern marvels. We're diving into a legend of the American automotive world. The 1970 Chevrolet Bel Air. A name that's been synonymous with style, comfort, and reliability, the Bel Air stood as a symbol of mid-century American pride, and by 1970, it had evolved into a full-size sedan that balanced practicality with just enough performance to keep things interesting. When you first set eyes on the 1970 Chevrolet Bel Air, you can't help but appreciate its bold yet simple design. It's a car that doesn't scream for attention, but rather commands it through its sheer presence. From its wide chrome front grille to its rectangular quad headlamps, the front end of the Bel Air feels proud, confident, and unmistakably Chevrolet. The body lines are clean and elongated, emphasizing the length and size of the car, giving it that unmistakable full-size American sedan vibe. The rear features minimalistic tail lights and chrome detailing that keeps the styling elegant without going over the top. Under the hood, the 1970 Bel Air offered several engine options, starting with the base 250 cubic inch inline-six, but the real fun began with the available small block version 8s. Most enthusiasts remember the 350 cubic inch V8 that provided a nice balance of power and everyday usability. However, for those looking for a bit more muscle, there was the optional 400 or even the monstrous 454 cubic inch big block V8 that could push out serious horsepower and torque. Pair that with the smooth shifting 3-speed turbo Hydra-Matic automatic transmission, and you've got a ride that cruised effortlessly on highways and handled the city with grace. Inside, the 1970 Bel Air reflected the era's priorities: space, comfort, and simplicity. Bench seats in both front and rear offered generous room for 6 passengers, and the cabin was finished in durable materials meant to last. The dashboard featured easy-to-read gauges and straightforward controls, while the steering wheel was large and thin, a true throwback to simpler driving times. Air conditioning was optional, and so were power windows, making this a car that could be customized for either a basic family ride or a well-appointed cruiser. On the road, the Bel Air was built to glide. It's not a sports car and never pretended to be one, but the soft suspension and heavy build made for a floating experience over bumps and long drives. It was the kind of car your grandparents drove on family road trips, packed with luggage and memories, and it's the same experience classic car fans cherish today. The V8 variants gave it enough grunt to merge onto highways with confidence, and that iconic engine rumble still gets heads turning even today. In 1970, the Bel Air sat just below the Impala and Caprice in the Chevrolet lineup. It was a car that delivered value without sacrificing the essentials. For budget-conscious buyers, it provided the same chassis, body, and engine options as its more luxurious siblings, but with fewer bells and whistles. And that's part of what made the Bel Air special. It was honest. It was dependable. And it had just enough flair to stand out in a crowded market. Today, the 1970 Chevrolet Bel Air stands as a testament to Chevrolet's ability to produce cars that were affordable, reliable, and enduring. Collectors appreciate the Bel Air for its understated design and strong mechanical foundation. It might not have the glamour of the Impala SS or the brute force of a Chevelle, but it has a character all its own, a reminder of a time when cars were big, bold, and built to last. Thank you for watching this review on Car Reviewpedia. If you enjoyed this dive into the 1970 Chevrolet Bel Air, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more classic car content. See you in the next video.